Greetings, my name's Dan and welcome to my garden here in Essex in the southeast of the UK. So today I'm going to be making a video and I'm going to give you about 12 crops that I've done very well with here or at the allotment. So these I've grown either last year or the year before, done very well here, USDA Zone 8B, and here indeed they are. So all of these I'm giving you, they are from my own personal recommendation. So if you've got similar conditions to what we've got here, then I can recommend that you grow these. I'm not getting any money for any of these. I'm giving you truly because I have done very well with them and I'd like you to do as well with them as well. So anyway, let's make a start with the video and see what we got here. Down here in amongst some oriental greens, some beetroot, some chard, a sport-hook giant, and some black Tuscan kale. So there we are. So the first two, white albino beetroot. This is a really nice one. Told many of you before that seems to maintain its sweetness into the winter better than say red beetroot, which can tend to go woody. I picked some at the allotment a day or two ago, 2 days ago, something like that, and it was still sweet. And it had the same sowing date or thereabouts as some red beetroot, whereas the red beetroot had gone woody and the white albino beetroot was still nice and sweet. So there we are. The next one is Neckargold yellow French beans. Now these were really cool. I grew these last summer, really tasty. They made a good size, a really nice tasting bean, quite substantial actually, and they look really nice, big sort of yellow beans there hanging on the vine. So Neckargold yellow French bean, I can recommend that as well. So both of these came from Real Seeds, realseeds.co.uk, great website, and I recommend you check that one out. So down here you may remember when I planted these out, so I've got some red Mizuna here, I've got Aquaculture Claudia broad beans, winter gem Valen lettuce, and also some spinach. So expecting some nice things to come here in the spring and probably around June, maybe a bit before, with regards to the broad beans. So there we are. So anyway, the next crops I can recommend you grow are double red sweet corn. Now this was really beautiful. I grew this last year, very tasty, did very well at the allotment. No particular effort made, grew it just as you would say a standard yellow sweet corn, and it had a really nice natural earthy taste. I remember last year I gave some to some Cambodian ladies and they stated they ate this sort of sweet corn in their own country and they really liked it. It's not for people probably who have got a really sweet tooth and like their sweet corn really sweet, but with regards to a natural sweet corn earthy taste, double red sweet corn did really well here and it really was beautiful. Bit more chewy than normal sweet corn, if you will, but I found that added to its character, so that was very nice indeed. So anyway, the next one is Trista White half long Kousa courgette. So these, they are originally from the Middle East and then from Italy, as it states here. So very good and really heavy cropping. Seriously, if you want a heavily cropping courgette, this could be the one for you. So Trista White half long Kousa courgette, and actually they made some good size as well. And what I found was the plants walked. So as the plants grew, so the original plant grew, it put out its crop and then it grew on more and then it layered and it almost, as I stated, walked around the allotment a little bit and it was producing each time. So if one could get these in nice and early with a bit of luck with the weather, I can imagine the cropping could be even bigger. So I'm going to be really aiming for that this year. So there they are, double red sweet corn and Trista White half long Kousa courgettes. Once again, both of these came from Real Seeds. In amongst the backyard orchard and vineyard here, got a variety of lovely fruits waiting to come here anyway. So the next one's up, Ohnivec hot pepper. So I grew these not last year, the year before. Really nice, really interesting, nice bit of heat to them as well, and early pepper loaded with fruit, up to 1 foot long and 2 inches wide. So Ohnivec hot pepper, very interesting, looks a bit different and useful for cooking as well. Now this one here, okra variety super bhindi. So very interesting. Now I grew these last year and they did very well indeed. Minimum of effort required, very tasty indeed. So Ohnivec hot pepper, they came from Real Seeds, and okra super bhindi, they came from Simply Seeds, which is www.simplyseed.co.uk. Got a hydrangea here that I took from a cutting either last year or the year before, and it's done very well indeed. I will remove these heads in late spring and we'll just see how this does. Got me container grown strawberries all organised here, so that's very nice indeed. So melons, now 2 varieties I've got for you here. Petit Gris de Roth did very well, a very good gently ribbed early melon, originally from the walled garden of the Bishop of Roth. Best undercover but try outdoors, so there we are. And the one here, Blacktail Mountain early watermelon. So I've done very well with both of these. I can recommend you grow them. Of course they do like a nice warm microclimate, so I'll be growing mine in this polytunnel this year. So 2 varieties of melon for you right there. These both came from real seeds. So here I am in my other polytunnel. So got a peach tree here, variety Dixie Red. It's not recommended you leave leaves clung onto the branches whilst the tree overwinters. That goes for nectarine trees as well because of peach leaf curl. But there we are. So one job I've got to do. Got some blueberries down here, an assortment of varieties. I need to repot some of these. So anyway, there we are. Now the 2 seeds in question up next are golden chard leaf beet. So I grew this, and a really nice one. Got plenty of this down the allotment at the moment. So really nice taste, and the stems, really nice yellow colour. And if you get the leaves that look a little bit rough, you can cut the leaves off and just boil up, steam up the stems. Very nice indeed, really nice ornamental value to that one as well. And the next one is long purple aubergine, which I grew last year in my other polytunnel. Did very well, didn't give it any specific treatment apart from the fact I grew it in a polytunnel, so a nice warm microclimate. So there we are. So long purple aubergine and golden chard leaf beet, both of these came from real seeds. So here I am, got quite a bit going on here. Got my no-dig mound here, so I've got some oriental greens there, I've got some golden chard there. So got my polytunnel here, which is 3 by 2 meters, which is about 10 by 6.5 feet. Dalek compost bin, bit of composting going on there. IBC containers over there with regards to saving water, very good. Nice to have rainwater available if you can. And here I've got some Golden Queen raspberries and a Stella cherry, which was the first self-fertile variety of Stella, or of cherry rather, to be introduced to the UK from British Columbia and Canada, which if I remember correctly was the year 1968. So anyway, there we are. Now with regards to seeds in question here, I have here Victor winter squash, nice long keeping squash, very nice tasting, nice and sweet. Grew them last year and I think either the year before that or the year before that, but anyway, Victor winter squash, look into that variety. And here I've got Pacific giant pumpkin seeds, which I grew last year at the allotment. I grew 2 big pumpkins down there. One of them got to over 7 stone, so 98 pounds, which is something like 44 kilos, something along those lines. And I recommend you grow that one as well. So both of these seeds are home saved. I didn't buy these seeds this year, so saved from last year. We'll see how they do indeed do. So back in my polytunnel here. So both of my polytunnels are Feel Good UK polytunnels. So this polytunnel here is 6 meters that way, which is about 20 feet, and 3 meters that way, which is about 10 feet. Got all sorts going on here. Got a fig tree there. Here I've got some spring cabbages, variety Durham early, and often them 2 flowers spring. Got a peach tree in here, nectarine tree in here, sanguinelli blood orange, and all sorts of other things. And here is my shelving area, if you will, which I use for sowing of the majority of seeds that I sow. So anyway, with regards to the seeds I've shown you today, you should be able to find evidence of all these things that I've shown you today that I've grown in previous years. So if you've got the time and if you want to, take a look through my videos list and you should see what I've grown. So there's going to be a load of videos linked down below that should be able to help you, and I hope that everything I've shown you, you find useful and it does well for you. Let me know how they do if you do indeed decide to grow anything that I've shown you today. If you've grown anything that I've shown you today before and it's done well or hasn't done well or whatever, any tips, hints, whatever you've got, suggestions, put them in the comments section below, because it would be interesting for me and other people to learn as well. So anyway, there we are. As always, I appreciate your time. Thanks very much for viewing, and whatever it is you're doing, hope you're enjoying it, and I'll see you in the next video.